Hello again, Mark Jager here. In this video, I'm going to show you some of the sights of Seattle. The first sight is a sunrise time-lapse from Gasworks Park looking south to the skyline of Seattle. You can see oarsmen from the University of Washington and the Pocock Rowing Center flitting through as they get their morning workout. In this pan around Lake Union, you can see the Aurora Bridge, Seattle Police Harbor Unit, a myriad of houseboats, and boats of every configuration moored around the lake. The 1964 World's Fair Space Needle comes into view. Today there's a rowing regatta. Many teams are warming up before the racing begins. You mainly see 8-oared shells, but there are 4-oared, pairs, sculls, double sculls, and other configurations as well. Here, 2 4-oared teams are warming up. Lake Union is also an air harbor. Kenmore Air has scheduled service arriving and leaving the south end of Lake Union 7 days a week. The seaplanes are de Havilland aircraft made in Canada that are truly old, 1950s, but they've been rebuilt to the highest standards. Here, one of the seaplanes is departing, and it will be heading to Vancouver, British Columbia. By now you can probably tell I like sunrise and sunset shots. Here's a sunrise at Gasworks Park. It's wonderful for me to see the lights in the buildings fade with the new light the dawn brings taking over the scene. On Queen Anne Hill, Carey Park affords a nice view of downtown Seattle and Elliott Bay. Harbor Island is in the distant right side of the frame. The winds aloft created interesting cloud movements. When I went to Alki Point, I found the wind I discerned earlier at Carey Point had come to hand. The waves were pounding the bulkhead, and spray was in the air. Here's a short time lapse showing the Seattle downtown area, again from Alki Beach. The Shill Shoal Marina on the west side of town is home to many hundreds of boats. When you leave the breakwater, the boating can take you through Puget Sound to the Straits of Georgia and eventually the Pacific Ocean. In the background here, you can see the Olympic mountain range. Some craft are small and can be sailed by the skipper. Others are much larger and you need a real crew. Sometimes time-lapse sequences work out, and other times not so much. Here I was shooting Seattle's downtown at sunrise when a low cloud bumbled through. Rather than wrecking this shot, I decided I liked it. The Chittenden locks in Seattle's Ballard area gather onlookers daily. Here you can see a light lock load being lowered from Lake Washington level to the level of Puget Sound. Adjacent to the locks, you can see the dam, and on the far side, the salmon ladder structure. The large locks are out of service, so bigger boats just need to squeeze in or stay out. The lock fills, lifts the tour boat, and the visitors get to continue their tour. Seattle has some fame. There is Starbucks. There's of course the Seahawks. Here is Drumheller Fountain on the campus of the University of Washington. There's plenty of haze today, but you can see Mount Rainier behind the fountain. The Pike Place Public Market has been a long-time favorite spot to visit. Today is no exception. Of course, capturing the moment in a photograph is a requirement. The University of Washington Arboretum is a beautiful botanical preserve that is a favorite among visitors. It's November and many leaves have already fallen, but there's still some color today. There are opportunities for drivers, cycling, jogging, or just a colorful walk. You've seen the Seattle skyline from several vantage points and at differing times of day. I close by showing 4 views to emphasize that one look isn't enough. First, here is a normal late afternoon view. Second, here's the view you'd get as twilight approaches. Third is the view where the glowing gold sun casts light and the building windows reflect. Last is the view in full darkness, where the city lights create a variegated show. For those of you watching this on YouTube, please subscribe if you didn't already. I hope you like this video. I made it just for you.